Hi, folks, it's Donna Martin here. Welcome back to episode 7 of my podcast, Unleashing Infinite Possibilities. Before we dive in, as always, this is a reminder to set your intention that I invite you to get curious about yourself, your life, and the world that we live in. And this week's topic that we're talking about is what love really is. And for me, what love really is, it's about building that unshakable relationship with yourself. Love starts with you. It's not about what somebody showers you with in gifts. It's not about how somebody else showers their love on you or their affection on you or their words or their language on you. I believe the true meaning, the true power of love is when you start loving you. So let's break that down, folks. This is about looking at you and how you really see yourself. And I say this time and time again when I'm on interviews or podcasts myself. It's about I get people to go in, have a shower, come, step out, wash everything off, and come drop your towel and stand in the raw naked truth of you, of your beauty, of your phenomenal infinite power, and stand in that raw naked truth in front of a mirror and look at you. And when I say look, I mean really look. And not with the senses of the eyes, of the judgment, of the feeling of, oh, look at that flabby bit, or I wish that wasn't there, or look at the state of that, or look at that scar, or look at that bump, or look at that mark. I mean, really look. Look deeper than skin surface deep. Look into your eyes. You can only look at one eye at a time, folks. Try it. Really stare into your eyes, stare into the depths of your soul. Really feel into that internal feeling, that internal gut, that internal longing that is calling you. It calls us all because it's our soul looking to experience. It's our soul yearning for something more. This is why, as the human being comes out in us, we are always seeking, we're always searching, we're always going for the next shiny object. We're always seeking the perfect partner to fill that void. We're always seeking the right job or the right business, or when I'm financially this or that, or the house or the car, then I will be, then I will feel, then I will be worthy, then I will feel value, then I will trust myself, then I'll see evidence. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And as we end the beautiful 2024, however that was for you, we are moving into 2025, whether you like it or not, whether you are going in there with judgments or baggage or blame or criticism or judgment or shame or guilt, or whether you're going in there with avalanches of abundance, of prosperity, of love, of gratitude, of joy for the lessons and the blessings that you've learned from 2024 that have made you grow, that have made you evolve. Wherever you're at in your journey, you're at right now. And you're always listening to what you're listening to for a reason. That is my belief. So if you're here, there is no mistake. Your soul has called you to this experience, to ignite something within you, to tune in, to allow you to remember. To remember. That's what we are here in the spiritual soul sense. We are here to experience and remember the pureness of love that we actually are. And this is what I want you to feel from me to you, to gift you going into 2025, because this is how I feel. This is how I help clients to feel, because I believe this is my purpose. I believe that my soul has come here for this experience from many and many timelines, because it's through all my own experiences, traumas, impacts, unworthiness, not feeling valued, doubting myself, feeling worried, anxious, stressed, all of the above. We all have this backpack of bullshit that we're all carrying around. So when we are talking about love starting with you, it's not airy fairy, it's not waffle, it's not kumbaya and hold hands and hokey pokey. Absolutely not. If you choose it to be, then knock yourself out. But I want you to really see you, not to see me, not to see your partner, not to, I want you to really see you, not just in terms of a physical sense, but in the absolute phenomenal sense of who you are in all your truth and all your beauty, because you are incredible. And it's about awakening to that power within you, understanding the layers of you, that you're not just this human physical bag of bones, that you're so much more, that you're gifted with a mind that allows you to consciously choose things and to unconsciously then process things on certain vibrations and energies. It allows you to listen and tune in, if you are open and willing, to your soul and what it desires to experience next. So we talk about 2025, we talk about intentional design. The good life approach for me is about living my life my way on my own terms. That begins with self-love each and every time. Not just about what my kids want or my husband wants or what I want as a family, but it's what I desire, how I desire to be and feel every day about me, my truth. Am I aligned with my purpose? Am I aligned with what I believe I am here to do? How does that align with my family as a unit, as an energy, holistically? How does that align with the people that I connect with, create with, help? This is the questions that I invite you to get curious about now. If love starts with you, how do you truly, genuinely see yourself now? How do you treat yourself? Are you really hard on yourself? Do you have a lot of judgment and shame on yourself? Are you always judging others, putting others down? Do you gossip a lot? Do you sneer a lot? Because what we are doing in our world is a mirror reflection of how we feel inside. It's usually someone triggers something within us. So when we talk about self-love, when you love yourself, you don't have time to judge anybody else, because you have that awareness that there's a connection with all. You have that awareness that love is an entity that transcends barriers, it transcends all timelines, it transcends absolutely everything. And if that is the truth, then we are not here to shame, we are not here to judge, but we are here to love. Yes, love everyone, love ourselves. That's where it begins. So, how do you see you? How do you treat you first? Are you treating yourself with kindness? Would you be as hard on other people as you are on yourself? Would you be as judgmental to other people for making certain what you class as mistakes as you would be with yourself? Probably not. And this is one of the things I always think about when I'm with my kids. It's, how am I showing up? How am I being with myself? How am I allowing my kids to experience me process? If my form needs shifting, if I let off steam, if I give out to them or react to something instead of respond. In those moments, instead of judging myself, I pause and reflect and step up, because I know that the human side of me, it's a work in progress, it's a journey. And so when I don't be so hard on myself, when I treat myself with the gratitude, with the grace, when I treat myself with neutrality from a place of non-judgment and just say, okay, there it is, it showed up again. That's something I'm working on. That's something I'm letting go of. That's something that no longer serves me, but I connect with the right people. I connect and do the right processes that are helping me to let go of that baggage, that are helping me to form new ideas, new beliefs, new standards about me, about my behavior, about who I am being. And I make sure, folks, that my kids see me in the process, as messy as that can sometimes be, because life is not a fairy tale. It's not all flowers and roses. And I believe that it's important that our kids utilize their tools from this age, from a really young age, wherever they are, that they see how they can empower themselves to move through different scenarios and situations. Because the world will always judge us. So why bother judging ourselves? And when the world judges us, when you have that certain level of awareness, it no longer bothers you. It washes off your back. So this is what I'm talking about. How do you see yourself? How do you treat yourself right now? What changes can you make effective immediately? This one I absolutely love. How do you value yourself? Do you believe that you're adding value to this world, to the life that you're living, to your family, to your network, to your friends, to yourself? Come back to that again. Come back because there, see how I even jumped into how can we do it for others? That's the holistic, the wider lens. But you have to bring that lens back into you first, to the value of you. What value do you place on yourself? Do you believe that you're worthy? Worthy in whatever form and context that takes for you? What value do you place on your life, on your presence? What value do you place on your time? Do you allow others to suck your time, to waste your time? Do you allow yourself to waste your time on things that aren't helpful, on things that drag you down, on things that make you not feel very good? How do you value your energy? Do you protect it? Do you have boundaries and healthy standards in place where you know your value and you use and utilize it wisely without judgment, without going, yeah, I'm too good for you? It's not about that. But when you learn to value yourself and your incredible commodities of time and energy that cannot be got back, that no money can buy, because we all have the same 24 hours. We all have our own energy bank and our energy source. So how are you valuing yours? How are you valuing you? How have you decided how you're going to value this going into 2025? Is this making sense? Because this is so, so powerful. It's so incredibly important. So incredibly important that you put your self-love at the forefront of everything. Stop giving it away to other people. Stop just letting it loose and letting people trample all over it and just accepting that as okay. See yourself. Treat yourself. That's one thing that my daddy always says to me. Always treat others how you want to be treated and you'll never go wrong. And that's something that I've carried through all my life. I always do my utmost best, and my kids do the same, to treat others how I want to be treated, how they want to be treated, because the universal law of cause and effect, that boomerang, it will come back and slap you upside the head. My 11-year-old understands this. My 7-year-old understands this. It's your vibration, it's how you're treating others in that energy, in that judgment. It doesn't always have to be from the teeth out. But this comes back to you. Go back to looking in the mirror and how you see you and how you reflect on you. Notice what feelings are coming up there for you. Do you trust you? Can you make a decision and trust it and stand by it and really step into it, embody it and say, yeah, I trust my decision, or I trust what I want to do right now. And boom, I am going for it, and I'm going to trust the process because I know this is the right next step for me. Or do you sit there on the fence, never making a decision? Because not making a decision is still a decision. It's a decision to sit on the fence. And if you've done this in the past, don't judge yourself, but look at the experiences that you've already had in your memory bank, which trigger something within you to stay on the fence instead of getting off and making a decision. What has triggered you from your past experiences to stay in the judgment, to stay in the anxiety, to stay in the fear, to stay in the worry about what may or may not happen? So you choose the indecision as opposed to making a decision, because that just leads to more anxiety, more stress, more irritation, more failure, more feeling of lack of worth, self-worth, of not being worthy. It leads down the rabbit hole to the lowest vibrations that we can go to. And then all we can do is attract more of the same. And we sit in the circuit of the Groundhog Day. Leave and look at your experiences from 2024 and see what parts you're happy to leave behind. See where the growth has been. See how you've evolved. Enjoy the moments where you've actually had the courage to step out of this and go to here now in this present moment, listening to me in this podcast without judgment to yourself. What things are showing up for you where you're afraid to trust yourself, where you're doubting, where you're worrying? Ask yourself why. And then set your intention. Support yourself. If you were somebody else, if you were a fly in the wall, what would you say to somebody else coming to you with the same scenario, with a noise going around in your head? What would you say to somebody else? You would say something probably without judgment. You would probably say something from a place of love, of understanding, of compassion, of empathy. But when we are trying to support ourselves, sometimes we don't do it very well because usually we're not taught how to do it. When I talk about supporting yourself through self-love, it's asking yourself, what tools, what things can I implement? What can I do? Even if it's something as simple as, I am enough. I am worthy. I am incredible at trusting me. I am love. I absolutely love me. I am who I desire to be. What can you use and utilize with the words I am? Because whatever follows I am follows you. And I'll say that again, folks. This is one of the biggest game changers in my life. Whatever follows I am follows you. And my kids know this. I say to them, who's the boss of you? And they will automatically say, I am. I'll say, who thinks for you? I do. Who feels for you? I do. Who thinks for who thinks for you, who feels for you, who acts for you? And they will say, I do. I'm like, you are the boss of you, not mommy, not daddy, but you're the one in control of your thoughts, in control of your feelings, and in control of your actions. This goes for me. This goes for you as the listener. So, how can you support you moving forward to make 2025 your best year yet? This is what I want you to take some time with. Write it down, explore. You can support yourself by grabbing a pen and a bit of paper right now, pausing this podcast and going to town and just writing. Think about the things that have been coming to your mind. Go back and listen to this again. How do you see yourself? If love starts with you, how do you see yourself? Go and get in the shower, wash everything off, stand in the raw, naked truth of you, and notice those feelings, notice the energy, notice how you feel about you. Notice if there's judgment, notice if there's shame, notice if there's guilt, notice if there's love, notice if there's hatred or anger. Because when we notice them, they are not who we are. But when we notice from a neutral point of view, from a loving point of view, and allow those feelings to come up and pass through, that's all they are. They're just something, an energetic something. Release it. Release it. Shake it out. Tap it out. Dance it out. Roar it out. Cry it out. Do whatever you need to do. But whatever is coming up for you, allow it to come up and let it go, because you do not have to keep it in there. It's causing you pain, it's causing you disease, it's causing you illness, it's causing you heartache, and it's not allowing you room to breathe and step into the magnificence to awaken that power within you have. This is the power of self-love. So stop waiting on the world to change. Fingers and toes crossed, hoping that 2025 will be a better year than the one before, or the one before, or the one before. This is about calling in your internal power, your body, your mind, and your soul. It's about connecting all three in the power of love and really owning who you are, really asking yourself the question. And then I invite you to go back to episode 1 of the podcast. What is your idea of the good life? Because when you have self love, when you're going over that and reflecting, and you have that love for yourself, you ask a better question from a different energetic space, from a different vibration, from a different idea, from a different expanded experience and belief, from a different behavior. You literally lift the cages off, you lift the roof off. There is no ceiling. This is the journey of personal and professional development, folks. It's a journey of self love, it's a journey of understanding who you are and awakening that power within. You have infinite possibilities, and you have the power of choice to choose if you unleash them or not. This is my gift to you. Podcast 7. Oh my God, I'm so excited for 2025. I am open to so many new opportunities. I have set my clear intentions for 2025 of what I want to experience, of the desires that I am calling in, of the people that I want to help and serve. And that all comes from me loving me, knowing my true power, potential, value, and self worth. And I invite you to do the same. Sending so much love, so much gratitude. As always, folks, remember your greatest asset is your ability to be yourself. My name is Donna Martin, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.